Hi guys, Angie Bell, My Fairy Treasures. Okay, I'm back. So we left off with coloring up our girl, and I was just showing you how I accomplished that. So in case you're just entering my videos right now, what we're doing is I'm showing you how I colored her. Okay, and then we took her and we put her into this mermaid world that we created. Mixed media with mixed media, and we created this world, and I put her in the world. Okay, and obviously I did like a copy of her and cut her out and collaged her in. So what you need to do is go back to the other videos and it'll show you how we got here. So I'll leave a card at the end that you can click on to take you back to the other videos. Okay, so let's take this away. So we left off at the eyes. So let's come in close. Bring my camera down. Oh, what the heck. Okay. Just a second, guys. Okay. All right. So I'm taking a Prismacolor Premier. This was watercolor, so I did a watercolor purple and then this limey green, and I used Jean Davenport. So now we're going to shade the eyes. We're going to give the eyes some interest. You know, I got to put on my readers because I am dealing with little small spots. Okay. So just in the crux of the eye and bring it halfway. Okay. Let me sharpen this a little bit. Just a second. Isn't this cute? I don't know if you guys can see this. It's a little mermaid tail ring holder. Of course, I sold them at Dollar Tree, and I thought, well, for one, I put them in my beauty room, my little beauty area. But then also I thought, oh my God, how cute is that to like hold stuff for mixed media. Okay. All right, so then we're going to blend that out with our, oh my goodness. Oh, that makes me mad. Look, my blender broke. Let me see if I have another blender right sitting here on my desk so I don't have to deal with. Just a second, you guys. You try to be prepared before you can make these videos, but it doesn't ever fully happen. Just a second, you guys. Let me see if I have another pencil in here. Oh no, that's not those. Guys, I have so many boxes of stuff. It's like ridiculous. Okay, it's that one. And I have everything stacked. I mean, it's nicely stacked, but it's stacked. But things are just stacked on top of each other in here. In an orderly way, but it's still stacked. Okay, you know what? I don't have any other pencils until I get to like these smaller ones, blender, so let me go ahead and just a second, please. I'll go ahead and sharpen this one. I was hoping that I didn't have to sharpen this, but I'm going to have to sharpen it. Okay. Just a second, guys. I'm looking around to see if I have any more of these blender pencils because I didn't know I was only down to such a little amount of blender pencils. Oh, I do have another one. Look. And it needs to be sharpened. So you can tell that's what I like to do. If I'm making a video, I'll just go to another blender pencil. But my second one that I have has the same problem. Okay. All right, here we go. Hopefully we're good. Yeah, we're good. So we're going to blend this out. Very nice. And then blend this out here. And you're going to blend it all the way out to the middle. See what that looks like. Very good. And then go back to the very crux of the eye up here and just deepen that in again. Just a little bit right there. That looks good. Yeah, I like that. And let's take our white pencil and just kind of go over that area just a little bit. And it just throws in a little bit more light. It lightens up that purple a little bit more. That looks good. Okay, then let's go to the lime green color. Which was that Jane Davenport Jiminy Cricket. That's what I call it. And I'm using Prismacolor Premier Grass Green. And do the same thing to the crux of the eye, halfway down. Okay. And I also need that. Okay. All right, and then blend out. Right into that lighter green color. Same thing, take that green color again and right in the crux, just a little bit in the corners. Just deepen it a little bit again. And another thing I want to do is by the time you get to the middle with the green, I feel like there's a little bit too much green there. So, where's my pencil eraser? I thought I had it right here. Here it is. I'm going to take my eraser right in the middle and just take a little bit of that darker green because it kind of like starts overtaking the middle a little bit. Then I'm going to take this chartreuse, Prismacolor chartreuse. There we go. And then again, I need to blend some of this darker green into the chartreuse. See what that looks like. Oh yeah, I love it. And with that chartreuse, you can even go over some of the deeper green too. And that'll really help blend it. That looks gorgeous. And I'm not going to add any, am I going to add a little, let me try adding a little white right on top. Let me see what that does. Love it. Well, let's add a little more of the chartreuse back on top of that. Okay. That looks good. Okay, so now we have the eye color in. The next thing I want to do is let's line the eyes. Just go over the eyes. Just go right over the lines of the eyes again, because after you watercolor and you do all your stuff to the eyes, the framing of the eyeball itself kind of goes away. So. I had to put my iPad away. It was in the way. Okay, not this pen. I'm looking for an ink pen real quick. I have them sitting right here. You guys can see I have everything I need sitting right here, but of course I can't find a damn thing. Isn't that always the way? Just a second. Did I put it away? I think I put it away. This isn't the one I want. What the heck? I'm still here. Oh, maybe this is it. All right, I found it. I guess I put it away. Okay, I'm just getting a drawing pen, a black drawing pen or a black, these right here are great too, these microns. Okay, so we're just going over and outlining the eye again, just to redefine the eye. Okay, and let me see if I can do that in stand frame. Yeah. And below here, I want to add some serious eyeliner on her. So I'm going to keep going underneath this, underneath her eye. There we go. Okay. And then let's do it again. You know, actually, I should have waited to do this until after I did the eyeshadow. It's okay, we'll see. If we need to do it again, we'll do it again. So now I'm lining underneath the eye again. We're going to also go over the eyelashes again, but we'll do that after we do the eyeshadow. And then also I want to go over the eyeball again and just deepen that up a little bit. Make the eyeball really nice and black. And we're going to throw some catch lights in here too. We'll throw the catch lights in just a minute after I do the eyeshadow. Okay. So that's how the eyes look there so far. So let's throw some eyeshadow on her. And yeah, that's what we're going to use. Okay. We're going to use these eyeshadow palettes, remember? Or not eyeshadow palette, these pastels. And I'm going to use the one that looks like this. It's called Chilled. That's what's on the front of it. And it's called, see if you guys can see it, Chilled. And we're going to use this color. I don't know if I can get in there. Yeah, we're going to use this color right here. Okay. So it's going to be like a very smoky looking eye. It's going to be quite lovely. All right. Using the tip of the oh, you know what haven't done yet? I didn't define her nose yet. I just noticed that. I didn't shade her nose. We will. We will shade up the nose here shortly. Look how much there is to do just on the face. The face can take forever. At least when I do faces, they can take forever because I do a lot to the face. It's just like when you do your own makeup. You take some time, right? We're doing her makeup, so. First we gotta do all the contouring, like how you contour your own face, right? If you do makeup, if you'd like to do your makeup, and especially if you'd like to do all the contouring, which I do, then you know that this takes time. But it's fun. I like it. I think it's fun. Very pretty. Okay, so let me just go up and through here. And we're going to go back over her eyelashes too. Right, I'm also going to take, I'm also going to take this color and go underneath her eyes. Just like you do when you do a smoky eye on yourself. You take that dark color and go underneath. What's cool is I also have that black eyeliner. So she just has a really, really smoky look. Oh, I love it. I even went down a little further than I was going to, and I'm really still loving it, so. I like that. Oh, I love it. Okay, very nice. Okay, let me see what you guys are seeing. Okay, and now let's go ahead and shade her nose. I didn't do that. We're going to use that same color we used for shading before, that one there. Okay. Just a very quick shading of the nose here. Okay. Yeah, I like that. We'll blend it out just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. And then also, we're going to take our brown pencil, I think this color here, this burnt orchard, however you say it, and we're going to shade out her nose also with this. Okay. And the reason I'm using this pencil to do this is because I have a lot more control with this pencil, getting the shading where I want, than I do with this thing, with the eyeshadow brush. Or I would have just used the same. So. Yeah, that looks good. And you can probably barely see that shading on that nose, but there we go. I think that looks good. I'm just going to throw a little more heavy shading with this pencil right on top of that. That looks good. Very good. Okay, now let's what are we gonna do next? Let's do some let's define the eyelashes. All right, let's define the eyelashes now. So you're just going back over the eyelashes that are originally there, just to bring them back out again, because with all the eyeshadow and everything, they can kind of disappear. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. And then let's just a little bit. And just let's go through and redefine the line of the eye again, at the top especially. Here also. That's why I was saying, remember I said maybe I should just wait it till after I did the eyeshadow? Because you end up redefining it again because of the putting the eyeshadow on. That looks good. Yeah, love it. Okay, now let's go ahead and throw in some catch lights. Before we throw in the catch lights, so let's do her lips, and then we'll do catch lights all together. We're gonna use Jane's watercolors again, and we're going to use. Make sure that you guys are still there. You can see me. We're going to use this purple color here, which is called Mystic. I know you're like, purple lips? But it'll match. It'll match that one eye that's purple. It'll match kind of the purplish blue smoky eyeshadow. So we're saying kind of in that same realm. I think it's going to look good. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to line her lips with a darker purple liner, or pencil, which is going to be like her lip liner. Okay. Oh, that looks pretty on her lips. So we'll let those dry, and then we're going to line them with a purple Prismacolor pencil. We'll do that in a minute. Okay. Let's go back, like I said, and do some catch lights though. So I'm getting some white acrylic paint and putting it on my mat over here. My room, it gets so cold, and it's funny how thickened up your paint is. In the summer, if your room gets a little hot, it thins out your paint. Okay. Just a second, I'm just working on my mat, getting my white the way I need it. These catch lights, loading up my brush. You want to get just enough paint on your brush, but not too much paint. Okay, so let's throw some catch lights in. Okay. There's one catch light. Okay, my brush isn't loaded right still. Darn it. Okay, and here's my other catch light. There we go. We might throw one more catch light right there. All right, just a second. Alrighty, let's throw the other catch light in on the other eye. Sorry if I'm being quiet, you guys. I'm just focusing. Oops. That's why I'm focusing. It's a very small little area on the eyes, so you just want to use your liner brush. Like I always say, I love this liner brush. It's like, oh, it's one of my main brushes in my art studio. And then we're going to make like little fairy dust on our eyes. But instead of doing splatters, we're just going to hit with the same liner brush, just little dots. So we're putting we're fairy dusting her eyes. And then I'm going to put on her eyeliner, where her eyeliner is, I'm going to put little dots. So a little bit of fairy dust. And then again here, fairy dust. I suppose in the real world you'd call this glitter, but we're going to call it fairy dust. Perfect. Let's also go ahead and get her nose, put a little, oh, make sure you guys are seeing that. Yep, put a little catch light on her nose. Are her lips in focus? Did you guys see when yeah, you guys saw when I did her lips. Okay, good. I have to make sure I'm really close in on her face, so I don't have a lot of room for error as far as I can get out of focus really easily. Okay, and then we're going to go up a little bit for a catch light. There we go. Ooh. Okay. That looks good. Okay. And then we're going to throw some more catch lights, but first let me go ahead and line her lips while we're here. Move that up so you can see. So I'm going to take the Prismacolor Premier Violet, and we're just going to just line her lips like you do a lip liner. Right in the inside of her lips. Just like that. And then we're going to take our blender again and soften that line up and blend it out. And I think it makes a really pretty lipstick. It doesn't matter what color you do. It's really pretty. Put a little watercolor on the lips and then line it with a pencil, with a Prismacolor pencil, or whatever pencils you have. You can use watercolor, you can use water-soluble crayons like these. You can use a little bit of watered-down acrylic paint. So, you can use all pencil if you wanted, you know? So. Very pretty. And then let's throw a catch light now on the lips. Oh, what's the time situation? Let me look at my time. Okay, you guys, in about a minute, we're going to switch over to a new video. So just go ahead and go to the next video, okay? I'm glad I looked. I kind of like to be able to tell you guys so it doesn't just turn off. I need to tell you so you just know to go to the next one. So I just put some catch lights there on her lips. Let's put a catch light here at her neck. And I kind of like to go like that. And then we'll throw in, we're gonna come down to the stomach. I'll throw some catch lights on the stomach. There. And here. And then I kind of like to, if I can, just make it look a little natural by just rubbing it out a little bit. Okay. And I'm trying to see if there's any other place I want to put catch lights. I think that's every place I want to put a catch light. Then I'd like to put catch lights on her cheeks, but I don't think I do on this one. Okay, if we forgot anything, I will let you know. Let me look at my girl here, my main one, and see if I forgot anything. No, I think we got everything. Cool. I know you guys, some people are like, God, that's a lot of work on just the face and the body. But you know what? It is. But that's why I think she comes out pretty, because we did do a lot of work on her. So. All right, let me wipe up my mess over here. Alrighty. Just a second, I gotta get a baby wipe out and wipe up my hands. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how I did her hair and how I did the mermaid tail. We're not gonna do the whole thing at all. I'm just gonna touch on it so you can see the technique I used on both, okay? So that's what we're gonna do now. There we go. I'm going to stay wide for a second because I want to show you guys something. The first thing we're going to do is, because we need to let it dry, and then we're going to go to the hair. But like on the mermaid tail, like I'll do it right here. I used, you can use, this is a water-soluble crayon, Jane Davenport's, and they're made to look like lipsticks. It's her softer pink color. You can use anything, any water-soluble crayon for the base. You can use watercolor for base. You can use watercolored, watered down acrylic paints, watercolors, whatever you want. Okay. But I'm going to put my lightest color down, and I'm going straight to the paper. These move like butter. I absolutely love these. So I'm going to show you down here on the body of her tail, and then I want to show you on her tail itself how it looks. So I'll show you here. And you soften this out with water. I found that these work the best this way. A lot of times, a lot of people work right off of the crown itself, but I found that it works better if you lay a bunch down and then add water on top of it, at least for what I'm doing right now. Okay. And then, there we go. Sorry, I was off screen just a little bit. You know what? I want a bigger brush than this. Just a second. I think I want this one. Yeah. So, just go through this and just start blending it out. And it blends out really, really nice. Oh, I wish I would have gotten some clean water. But it's okay. It's still working good. And, a little bit more right here. And if you think, God, aren't you using a lot of product when you put that much product on there? Yeah, kind of. Not really. But if I am using a lot of product, good. I hope I run out. The reason I say that is because how many of us are just hoarding our art supplies or any of our craft products? A lot of us are. So, you know what? It's a celebration when I run out of something. Because you think about it, how often do you actually run out? It's like you have this stuff forever. So I'm proud to say if I run out of something. Okay. So we need to let that dry. So while that's drying, we'll go and we'll work on the hair. We're getting a 2-for-1. A twofer. And that way I don't have to sit there and you don't have to watch me, use the blow dry on that and blow that dry. So we'll let that dry naturally. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take pencil to that and do some shading with pencil. Okay, so that's just our lightest shade so far on that. Okay, so let's do some hair. And I'm just looking at a strand that I want to do. But at the same time, we need to, need to be up close enough. Okay. Oh, there we go. I'll do this one here. From here all the way up. Okay. Okay, this time what I decided to do was gray hair. I had never done gray hair. I was so excited to do gray hair. I thought on this girl it might turn out really cool, and it did. In my opinion. Okay, what 3 colors of gray did I use? What the heck?